All right. Hello. Hello, everyone. I am Christine. I am so excited to have you here with me for the Essential Breakup Companion. All right. So I'm waiting for everyone to come in. I'm using StreamYard. So I can't see who's watching. I can't see who's messaging unless you actually message and tell me who you are. So if you're watching this, give me a hands up. Let me know you're here. I can't. I'm so excited for this event because this is exactly what I needed when I struggle with all my relationships, from whether or not I should be in this relationship, if it's fulfilling and if it feels good. What do I say when I'm trying to break up, or if they're trying to break up? This is exactly what I needed. And now I'm bringing it to you. So I'm going to wait just another moment, see if anyone pops on in. And it looks like I am live. So who's excited to be here? Who's got coffee? I've got coffee. I got a whole lot of coffee. I've got my regular coffee and I got my backup coffee because we're going to go in on this. Okay. So give it just another moment. And all right. So let me go ahead and start. I am going to put the workbook for this in the comments. I want you guys to go ahead and go to this link to get the workbook. That way you can follow along with exactly what I'm doing. I'm going to kind of go through it briefly here, kind of walk you through a little bit, and then that way we're working on the same thing together, okay? So a really, really great question is, who is this webinar for? All right, so I want you to raise your hand. I want you to let me know if you feel like you have been trapped under tons of failed relationship dirt and you don't have anywhere else to turn. There's no forever love in sight for you, and there's no Superman coming to rescue you. Have you ever felt that like that? Do you feel like, things are just not working out for you in the relationship realm? Raise your hand. Let me know if you yearn for something that is so life-altering that you never have to go through another breakup. You never have to worry about undergoing another breakup. Instead, you get to focus on things that bring you joy and happiness, kind of like chocolate chips, right? Chocolate chip cookies, fresh baked chocolate chip cookies, right? So tell me, let me get in here. So tell me if that's something that you enjoy. All right. Do you do it all, get it all? Do you want to win without ever having to sacrifice your happiness or making an utter fool of yourself in front of another person that you're involved with? Have you been there before? The begging, the pleading. We're going to put a stop to all that, okay? So we are going to dive into some statistics because I feel like it's very important for us to know exactly what the consequences are of picking a bad relationship at the very beginning and continuing it through. Did you know that over 40% of marriages fail? Did you know that that percentage has been increasingly higher since we've all been stuck at home with our significant others? Did you know that it doesn't count non-marriage relationships? How many relationships have you personally had that have not ended well? Probably a lot. If you're here, if you're anything like me, which I'm sure you are in a way, the failed relationship ticker is a lot higher than the successful relationship ticker, right? So first off, I want to mention, I don't know if I know you, I don't know if you don't know me, but I want to let you know I'm not typical. I am not like your typical life coach because I'm not the pretty perfect picture person that so many of the other life coaches display. I have been there in the trenches, in the dirt, and I've struggled with self-confidence. I've struggled with low self-esteem. I've struggled with failed relationships to the point where there was a man that I was seeing that he had me on such a string that he proposed to someone else while we were together. Okay. And I have been able to pull myself out of that and work using these methods to get you to the same place where I am now. I am in a happy relationship with the man that I love and the healthiest relationship I have ever had. And I want that for you. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I also want to let you know that there is going to be a special surprise bonus if you last with me. So I'm going to try to make this as quick and efficient and action value packed as possible. So that way you get to earn that prize. Okay. It's a super wonderful gift that is going to get sent to your mailbox. Okay. So hang tight with me on that. So right now, I want to also mention, how do you know you're in the perfect place? This is for you if you're a career-driven woman. This is for you if you've struggled with relationships. This is for you if you have just decided that you're finished with the yo-yo relationship, the waffling back and forth between being in and out of a particular relationship. You know, it's that one guy who keeps sneaking back. You know it's not going to work, but yet he comes back, and we're going to put a stop to that, okay? This is for you if you are looking for love that you crave without the uncertainty, without the heartache, and without the bullshit, okay? Now, this is me, and I am not your usual picture perfect life coach. I am not someone who's all talk and no walk. I live by example. I lead by example. A certified master life coach who's pulled herself out of the dregs of depression and singledom, and I'm ready to walk you through the same exact process. I am someone who is in the business of giving you monumental change, like boosted confidence, healthy boundaries, relationships, and loving yourself so damn much that it doesn't matter what anyone else is going to do. They're not going to shake you. Here's a promise. I'm going to give you some really great information that it's going to be mind-blowing. All right. So I want you to hang tight with me, and let's dive in. So I'm going to start off by dropping a bomb. All right. We've got a big old bomb. You have been lied to by society, by relationship industry. You've been lied to. And they're lies like, give the love you want to others. That's the one that I live by. I know for sure. I wonder if you are familiar with that one. If you've heard that one, drop a comment, raise a hand, hit like, something. Let me know you're here, you're watching. Lies like, love means sacrifice. Have you heard that one before? If you've heard that one before, hit number 2. Let me know that you understand that one. And the most insidious of all relationship lies, you have to be worthy of someone else's love. Let that sit with you for a moment. You have to be worthy of someone else's love. These lies are exactly what have kept you lost, confused, and single and unhappy in your relationships. You don't have time and money to spend on these failed relationships, right? You know, it's keeping you from having the partner you love. It's keeping you feeling rejected by having your singlehood thrown in your face everywhere you go, right? So no more. We're not doing that anymore because you are here. I'm taking you under my wing. And that alone should give you a happy dance. So we're going to be doing a happy dance. Okay? You are not alone. Who is excited to finally have someone in their corner who supports them, who encourages them, who will guide them through each and every step of the way? I am so excited to be doing this for you guys. So now that we're dancing, how are we going to change your life in the next however long this webinar is? I'm going to help wipe the slate clean and clear your mind on wonderful stuff. I'm going to give you the tools and exact exercises that I did to help pull me and my clients out of this relationship yo-yo in and outness that should be happening. I am going to blow your mind where you are going to be introduced to a world where there are no more broken relationships, and you're going to live a life of joy and confidence, happiness, and love. And I know that that's what you're looking for. So let's go ahead. Let's wipe the slate clean. So why do we have to wipe the slate clean? You've been doing what society says, and it's leaving you unfulfilled and miserable. You're not happy, right? You're not happy in the relationship. You've been doing things their way. So they're going to steal your time and money. If you are going to other resources, they're stealing your time. They're taking your money. You're going to go to therapy. You're going to go to divorce. How much does that rack up? I'll let you guys know how much that's worth in just a few moments. Trying to fix the relationship externally. You're trying to fix your partner, and that is the wrong way to go because you can't fix anything other than yourself, right? So these are the reasons why we need to wipe that slate clean. We got to start over. We got to start from scratch. All right. Here's why. Out of 2 million marriages, 80,000 will end in divorce this year. The cost of divorce is upwards of $16,800 to almost $1 million, depending on who you are, how much money you have. It can cost you everything. Okay. Being in a bad relationship also causes bad health issues. You have stress, you have anxiety, you have high blood pressure, negative environment. It can lead to cancer and high blood pressure and just all kinds of horrible physical things. All right. And if you're still not convinced, that's okay, because I personally spent thousands of dollars in a divorce that had been because of a marriage that probably shouldn't have happened in the first place. It was a bad relationship. My client, Kina, spent years being mentally abused until she was able to overcome her PTSD and anxiety. But she lost so much time in mental anguish and financial distress because of the therapy that she needed. All right. So I don't want that to be you. Those are, my clients are my friends as well. And I never want to see you guys struggle. And I don't want you to go through the same things that I've gone through. And so when you feel like blaming yourself for any of these problems, I want you to remember that this isn't your fault. This has been society training us to put others first, to sacrifice for others, and to not feel worthy of love. So here is the deal. This has been a systemic, diabolical plan to keep you where you are, miserable. Okay. We're going to destroy that like I destroy a hot plate of freshly baked cookies. Okay. You should see the chaos. It's incredible. All right. So here is the one thing that you're going to need. You're going to need this system. I've developed a system that gets you from heartbroken to healing without years of therapy, so you can have the healthy relationship that you crave in as little as 6 weeks, even if you haven't had one single relationship. All right. This is the Essential Breakup Companion. These are the steps in the plan that we're going to cover. We're going to talk up Breakupology 101. What causes a breakup? Feeling good boundaries, how to set boundaries in ways that really, really, really make you feel good. Conversation Playbook. We're going to go over the key components that you need in your conversations to be able to express yourself in a way that allows for conversation to flow regarding the relationships and the decision that you're making regarding the decision. And remembering your worth. Remembering your worth is so important, because what that does is it prevents you from going back, from doubting. It clears all doubt from your mind. And this is going to have a game plan that will allow you to fall back on in the times where you're doubting yourself, in the times where you're questioning yourself, in moments of weakness. And then we're going to also go through the relationship release. What is going to happen is we're going to do an exercise that is going to allow you to bring closure to the relationship. All right. So let me go a little bit further into Breakupology. All right. I'm going to walk you through this exercise because this is the meat and potatoes of the webinar here. All right. So Breakupology 101. If you guys want to go ahead and do this, I have the workbook link there in the comments for you. Make sure you get that. All right. So this is where you break down your breakup into easy understanding ideas and reasons why relationships fail. So we know that relationships fail because communication, right? Lack of communication, lack of trust, fear, jealousy. So I want you to take a few moments and think about your own personal relationship and really think about what things are you experiencing in the relationship that you feel are causing it to not be a successful relationship. Is it the insecurity? Do you feel like your partner's a narcissist? We've been dealing with that a lot lately. That word has been thrown around quite intensely over the last few years, I've noticed. And it's something that it's interesting to see. So let me know what you feel personally. Drop it in the comments. What you feel is causing your relationship lack of communication, lack of failure. What's causing your relationship to fail? All right. And then I want you to take a moment and really think about, what do you think that this is telling you about your relationship with yourself? All right. Our relationships are mirrors. And what we see, what we feel, what we're projecting comes back to us in the ways that other people are treating us. Now, we do know that there are ways that, people treat us in ways that they shouldn't. But if it's a relationship, for whatever reason, there's been a boundary that crossed, that you've allowed this person, this particular behavior. So what is that telling you about you and your boundaries? All right. I want you to note that down in the workbook. All right. And I'm going to take a moment, sip my coffee, let you finish writing, commenting. Let me know if you're watching this on the replay. Hit hashtag replay so that way I know and I can see what's going on. All right. We're going to move on into the next component, which is the feel-good boundaries. All right. We're going to break down your boundaries, your wants versus your needs. Okay. What do you want in a relationship? And what do you need in a relationship? Okay. Do you want flowers? Do you want romance? You need to feel safe. That should be your top priority need. You should feel safe in your relationship. Let me close this out of here so you guys can see that a little bit better. All right. Make sure you get the workbook if you haven't already. But feel good boundaries. This is where this whole process starts. So we'll be working through this in the second module. What we do is we fully focus on what you need. We fully focus on what you want. And then I want you to walk through your perfect relationship. Don't give your current partner any of these characteristics. When you're looking at your needs versus your wants, I want you to erase everything from your past relationships. I want you to erase their faces. This pertains to you and you alone and what you want and what you need. And then is when we start going into the other components as far as, whether or not this person is meeting your needs. This is where we start the decision-making process, guys. So you need a partner who has a stable home, a stable job, who's patient, who needs a sense of humor. You want someone who's going to be romantic. You want someone who's going to make you laugh. Or do you need someone who's going to make you laugh? That's where the trick comes in, is differentiating your wants versus your needs. Then once we do that and you know exactly what you want, that's when we go in and figure out if your current partner is ticking all these boxes. All right. You want all your needs to be met, and you at least want some of those wants to be checked off, because if that's what you want, but you're not getting it, you're not going to feel fulfilled. So once that all happens, you have a decision to make, and it's up to you to decide what feels best for you in the relationship. So what has to happen at that point is a conversation has to happen between you and the person that you're with. Now, if you are getting ghosted and you don't have the opportunity to say any of this stuff, we'll go over that as well. I'll have a full section regarding that as well. So right now, what I want to try to walk you guys through so you guys get some value out of this webinar is the conversation playbook. I want you to get comfortable with expressing your feelings, expressing why you're unhappy, but in a way that is healthy and allows that other person to not feel attacked, to not feel like you're going against them, to not feel just attacked. I wish I had a different word for it. I can't think of one off the top of my head. My coffee isn't working. But what the special formula to do that is you start with, I feel fill in the blank when I blank. So an example would be, I feel small and scared when I'm yelled at. And that's a legitimate reason to feel small and scared. It's because someone's yelling at you. You're not blaming your partner. You're not telling them you're yelling at me and you're making me feel bad. You're letting them know that when this happens, when this particular instance happens, it makes you feel this way. And I feel disrespected when I'm not listened to. When someone is being attacked or blamed, their usual reaction is to become defensive. So they shut down. The conversation stops. What you're trying to do is initiate a conversation. So I feel blank when I blank. Can we talk about it? Or what do you think? I don't know what to do. What do you suggest? You ask a question following up. Now, one of the key things that I've been noticing, I've had so many women in some of the relationship groups that I've been part of they suspect cheating and they don't know how to approach the conversation. So this is a very, very valuable part of the conversation. Okay. I feel blank. Is there anything going on that I should know? It gives your partner the opportunity to discuss. It gives them the opportunity to come clean. Well, now that you mention it, I'm not happy. And then you go from there. So the thing that we have a tendency to do as women, we feel emotion so strongly and deeply. And when we get overwhelmed by these emotions, we don't know what to do. So in the program I'm building, in the program that I'm releasing, I have a step-by-step playbook to give you exactly what you need to do to be able to fall back on scripts. It's a script writing exercise that allows you to come up with a way to express yourself that feels good and authentic to you, but also gets the point across when it comes to cheating, when it comes to breaking up, when it comes to being ghosted, when it comes to not being happy and expressing what you need in a relationship. And so all of this is going to be part of a bigger project going on. But hopefully this gives you guys a really good foundation to start with and maybe implement in your own breaking up situation at the moment. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and move on to the next component. This is remembering your worth. This is invaluable. Now, I do go more in depth with my clients, and if you end up being part of this new program, we're going to go step by step, day by day, and really walk you through remembering your worth. This is where the change happens, ladies. This is where you get so strong in the decision that you made based on the conversations that you have, whether or not you're going to break up and stay broken up, or you're going to try to have the relationship. Either way, these exercises are going to change you in a way that is so good, because remembering your worth looks like remembering how awesome you are, not taking anything less than you deserve, not settling for crumbs when you deserve the whole cake, okay? Or cookie, because I like cookies. All right. It looks like writing your self-love notes. It looks like not going back into a situation that you know is bad. Okay. That is what we're going to prevent. That is what we're going to work on, and that is what we're going to work through. All right. So these are some of the exercises and tricks that I have my girls work through, and it really seems to help them. Writing the love notes to yourself daily is when you constantly are telling yourself things that, oh, well, I look fat, or your mind is picking up on this and your mind believes what you're telling it. So if you are seeing notes all over the place that are telling you how beautiful you are, how fabulous you look today, how good it feels to to take care of yourself, when you're telling yourself wonderful things about yourself, you start to believe it. And when you start to believe it, that change comes in almost overnight and it radiates from you. When you feel confident in yourself, there's no mistaking it. And that's how you remember your worth, is by really truly believing in yourself and your capabilities. So when I also, very, very super important, I want you to have a backup plan. You know that there are going to be moments of weakness. Maybe you've been sipping on a few drinks with your friends over Facebook, Zoom, and you've had a couple drinks and you're missing him or her, whoever it is, and you want to reach out and contact, but you know that you shouldn't. Have things in place to take your mind off of it. Have things in place that are going to make you feel good for doing it. And it's kind of like replacing cigarette smoking with another activity. It's replacing a bad habit, which is that bad relationship, with a good habit. So that way you can move forward in a way that feels good. Okay. So we go further in depth in the next event. Let me go here. So next, now one of the best parts of, now remembering your worth is one of my favorite exercises, but this next one, the quick and easy relationship release, is my ultimate overall complete favorite exercise of all times. And this is just a super quick view and glimpse of it, but this is awesome because what this does is it allows you to find closure in the relationship. It allows you to find whether or not you've been ghosted, whether it's a 5-month, 5-year, 50-year relationship. You need to grieve the loss. When we lose a relationship, whether it was our own doing or not, there's a grieving process. We had hopes for this relationship. We had dreams. We had expectations, and they felt horribly short. And so there's a big part of that sadness that has to be addressed. And this quick and easy relationship release is essentially a ceremony. It's a funeral for the relationship. Okay. So what this does, what I love to have my clients do, is write down the top 3 things that you loved about your partner. You were with this person for reasons, obviously reasons. So what are the top 3 things that you love the most about this person? This is not to go back to them. This is to remind yourself why you love them in the first place. Then I love to have them write down the top 3 lessons that they learned, and not that he's a cheating hoe or, he's an abusive narcissist. That's not the kind of stuff that I want you to write. What I'm looking for here, what you need to be writing here, is I learned how to stand up for myself. I learned how to love myself no matter what. I learned that I need a partner who's going to make me feel safe. That's the kind of stuff I want you to focus on in that portion of the exercise, because that helps you really start to understand what this particular relationship brought into your life. And instead of focusing on the negative, you focus on the positive aspect of it, and you're able to carry that momentum forward and leaving the negative bullshit in the past. All right. One of the things that I love to do is have my girls write a thank you message. Thank you, whether you include all 3 of those things or not, or all 6 of those, the 3 reasons why you loved your partner, 3 top lessons that you learned. This is everything that you want to say to this person and get it all out. Thank you for showing me how to be an amazing person. Thank you for showing me what I'm worth. Thank you for showing me that I deserve something better. Thank you for showing me that I don't want this. Write a thank you message. And then anything else that needs to be said. I felt very hurt when this happened. This taught me this. All right. And then from that point on, the question usually becomes, well, do I keep it or do I send it? And that is going to be something that we will go over in the program, because this way, it's entirely up to you. If you're using this exercise, if you have no interest in the program itself, which wait until you find out more about it. But if you're just using this webinar, I want you to take away the fact that it is all up to you. This is everything here is based on what feels good to you. And if you're not sure if you should send it or not, hold on to it until you are sure that you need to send it. That is the only piece of advice that I can fully stand behind as far as whether or not you send that communication to someone else. If you feel 100% without a doubt that that is the best thing to do is to send that letter or that text or that message, then do it. Okay. However, if there's any doubt or you're afraid of a reaction, or hold on to it until you can 100% back that decision up. Okay. That's a tip. Now, those are just some glimpses of what I have going on in this workbook. This has been a masterpiece. This has been a work in progress. So I am going to tell you something. Let me ask you this. If it was breathtakingly easy to stop the trend of broken relationships without the pain, without the heartache or the financial cost of a divorce or therapy, so you could have the love that you deserve in as little as over an hour, just under an hour a week, would you take it? Does that sound like something that you'd be interested in? Because, I mean, think about it. If you have a track record of on and off again relationships, this can be for you. Even if you're a busy mom working 2 jobs, still juggling with a relationship or just trying to decide a breakup, this is for you. This is for you, even if you feel like you're not worthy of being loved the way you want to be loved. This is so for you. This is so for you. This is for you, even if you've had 6 divorces and a multitude of failed relationships stringing along like lost little puppies. This is for you, okay? Sounds a bit out there, but I want to introduce me. So Dee has had experienced emotional trauma in her early life, her early childhood, that led to jealousy, insecurity. She and I have been working together for over 6 months, and she's been getting clear on what she wants out of her relationships. And her relationship with her boyfriend has improved. Even her relationship with her parent has improved. So it's so much fun to be able to see that things work. This works for people. Kina, she was so driven. I introduced you to Kina a little while ago. She had gone through a horribly emotionally abusive relationship, but she was so driven to fix herself, not fix, but improve herself, to invest in herself, that one sit down, I sat down with Kina one time to go over her goals, to go over what she needed, to go over what exactly she wants out of life. And this girl has taken off. She has she's found the love of her life. She has a brand new car, brand new job, brand new home, and she's happy and fulfilled. And that happened from getting clarity, from understanding what she needed. And it's amazing to see the growth that my clients are capable of. All right. So what if I told you all of this took less time than an episode of The Mandalorian? What if I told you it was as easy as talking to your best friend? What if I told you that even your 9th grader could do this? In fact, this is actually probably one of the best things that we can teach our kids when how to deal with a breakup, how to deal with disappointment, how to deal with this. This would be something great to start teaching kids, because this stops the trend of broken relationships early, right? So here's the deal. You don't want to have to spend hours and hours in the therapy chair. You don't want to have to spend thousands of dollars in the therapy chair or for a divorce, right? You don't even need to be like, look, You don't have to be confident. I am no supermodel. You don't have to be perfect to be loved and to be worthy of love. All it takes is to have a little bit of faith and hope, maybe a little bit of pixie dust. All right. So here's the deal. I want you to take a leap of faith, and I want to reward you for that. I want to reward you for seizing the chance to move from heartache to healing in under an hour a week for over the next 6 weeks. It kind of seems impossible, but I want to show you. This was me. I went from this sad, sorry, little poor thing to this. I found my life. I found my love. And I would never have had that if I hadn't done any of these exercises. All right. So if you want to wake up with a clear mind next to the love of your life, snuggling up on a Saturday morning, if you want to start your day by knowing you are loved and supported and knowing exactly what you want from life, decide to say yes to maybe going out to a romantic dinner and not having to worry about that pesky ex showing back up in your text messages or stalking you. If you want to go to bed satisfied and content that love is finally yours, and it's yours because you decided to invest in yourself. I want you to go through your week with more confidence in your step and far less insecurity and jealousy in your relationships. I want you to make it a habit to go to dinner on Monday nights just because it feels good, and you can do it because you have love, a good and healthy love, the relationship that you deserve. I want you to slay your relationship demons in 6 weeks. And I want you to feel like a freaking goddess doing it. Okay. So I want you to reward yourself by getting to the point where you can snuggle and kiss the love of your life once you take the steps to heal from all the toxic relationships. I want that for you right here, right now. And so I am introducing the Essential Breakup Companion 6-week program. All right. So here's the deal. Here's what we're going to get. It is going to help you understand what has been causing your failed relationships up until this point. We went into that a little while ago, but we go further into it. We understand what exactly is broken in your relationship that either you're willing to fix or it needs to end. We go into it and what is yours and your decision alone. It's going to walk you through identifying your wants and needs to build boundaries that keep you excited for you to be able to keep them. No more waffling back and forth and trying to second guess yourself. It's going to help you stand firm in your choice and keep you from having that half love that you've just held on to for too long. You don't need to be half loved. You don't deserve that. All right. You don't need to spend thousands of dollars with the therapist. You don't need to worry about, trying to unravel all the ends of what caused the breakup and all this. We get to it in as little as an hour a week. It's great. Oh my gosh. Even if you don't think you can stick to your boundaries because you have the willpower of a flame to a moth, right? You're sitting there thinking, well, I don't think I have the willpower to be able to do this. I call BS, because if this is important enough to you, you can do it. Absolutely. All right. So even if you don't think you can ever move past the heartache that you're feeling right now, I can promise you we can walk you through it. This is, even if you think you're going to be single forever. I thought I was too. I was single for over 10 years. And by working on this stuff, I've seen my clients able to do the exact same thing by pulling their self-love in. They've called in their partner. All right. It seems impossible, but allow me to introduce, the Essential Breakup Companion 6-week intensive. All right. Now, here's a small sample of all the wonderful things that you guys are going to be getting. All right. You get the conversation scripted secrets for never-ending supply of effective relationship talk when you get the conversation playbook. You are never going to question again why. Let me try that again. Sorry. You need to be questioning why people are telling you you have to sacrifice for love. You don't have to sacrifice for love. You know what you deserve. You should never feel like you have to sacrifice anything to have the love that you want. This is going to help you get rid of those yo-yo relationships. It's going to want to forget what never to do if you want to. Sorry, guys, that wasn't super clear. We're going to idiot-proof exercises to help you increase your confidence. And so that way you can finally say yes to your boundaries in a way that feels good and say no to anything that feels like settling for less. Okay. You are going to get a simple test that is going to allow you to determine whether or not you need to continue or how to avoid the landmines of the emotional stress that's going on with these broken relationships. All right. We're also going to get each day, you're going to get a 10 to 15 minute video. It's going to be about an hour each week. It's less than a Mandalorian episode. So you can break it. We're going to be breaking it into chunks. So that way you can work it into your busy day, or you can sit and watch it at your leisure. It's all on what feels good to you. This is going to help you unravel the mystery of the breakup, stand by your choice in regards to the breakup, and start healing in a way that feels good and authentic to you. But that's not all. But wait, there's more, because there's always more, guys. Come on now. You know that. There's always more. You're going to be getting the PDF workbook so you can track your goals, track your notes, and more. We're going to have an action plan to help you have an emergency backup plan in case things go wrong. All right. That is all those, the videos, the PDF, everything. That is all valued at about $800. All right. But at the end of the 6 weeks, you will also be receiving a graduation present. You're going to get an included one-on-one 1-hour coaching call with me to help solidify everything you learn, to help understand everything you learn, to help clarify if you have any questions or struggles or anything. And on top of it, throughout this entire course, you have me on backup. You can have email access to me at any point in time throughout the day if you have questions, if you need something, if you have a suggestion or anything that you feel you need. That's what I'm here for. So that's an additional $250 value. But the most, oh my God, inducing bonus ever is my secret seduction line. We have just released a confidence boosting magical potion. All it is a drop of oil on your wrist, and the concoction, it boosts your energy, it boosts your confidence, it helps you feel really good about yourself, and that in turn allows others to feel the same way with you. It attracts other people because you're feeling good. And if you want that confidence booster scent, sign up for the 6-week program. That's all you have to do, and you will get that for free. Okay? Then, because who doesn't like free perfume? And if it's something that is going to enhance everything that is wonderful about you, why would you pass that up? Don't pass that up. All right. So all this adds up to about over $1,100. But I'm not going to charge you $1,100. I'm not even going to charge you a quarter of $1,100. I am going to give you 10 times more value, 10 times more impact, 10 times more results than anything you will ever get for the price that I'm going to tell you. There's a catch though. You can only get this for this price within the next 48 hours. Once the 48 hours ends, the price is going to get jacked. All right. So it goes back to full price. But for right now, I am running it at $249, or you can do the 2 payments of $125. Okay. only for the next 48 hours. After that, it's going to go back up to 1100. I don't want you guys to miss out on that opportunity. All right. So you're going to get instant and lifetime access to the full essential breakup companion, Breakupology 101, feel good boundaries, conversation playbook, remembering your worth, relationship release, one-on-one coaching call, videos, a workbook, the secret seduction perfume, goof-proof confidence, 10 tips to master love. You guys are getting so much value for, oh my gosh. All right. So think about it. You can get it all instantly, start using it instantly in the next 60 seconds and start seeing results. Or, I've got a few hard questions for you. Would you rather continue back and forth in the toxic yo-yo relationship? Or do you want a partner who worships and admires you? Would you rather sit at holiday dinner, because we know that the holidays are coming up, getting the Spanish Inquisition because you're not married or not showing off your engagement ring? Would you rather live in jealousy and anxiety and distrust or snuggle up to a man who checks every box? Man, woman, I'm not partial, whatever works for you. But do you want to be jealous? Do you want to be anxious? Or do you want to be loved? It all boils down to choices, all right? But now I'm going to make it just a little bit more difficult for you because I have a surprise bonus. Intentional dating. 48 hours, guys. This is when you complete the program, when you complete the 6-week intensive, and we know you're ready to move on to dating. Intentional dating is going to help you date with purpose. It's going to help you clarify what you need, what you're looking for in your partner, how to move forward in dating, and how to date in a way that feels good. Okay. So intentional dating is an added bonus. You don't take it, it's getting gone. All right. The coolest thing is if this system brings you the freedom to love the way you want and the way that feels good to you, if it helps you go from heartbroken to healed, or it allows you to break free from your yo-yo relationships. Do you agree that maybe $249 is almost a super insignificant payment to be able to pay? It's almost insignificant compared to the years of therapy that you would need, compared to, let's see. All right, pretty much, let me put it this way. You guys have 3 options. You can choose to hire a therapist and pay them thousands of dollars with no guarantees that it's going to work. You can choose to do it on your own and get advice from your friends and society, but we know how that's all been working out, right? Or you can choose to change paths altogether and just decide single life is just going to be yours forever. Or you can do this, the Essential Breakup Companion 6-week intensive. I should remind you that there is absolutely no risk at all, no negative consequences of purchasing this program, because we offer a 30-day, no questions asked guarantee of satisfaction. If you are not happy and you want a refund, no questions asked, no risk. You don't lose anything by doing this, and everything to gain. You're going to, if you choose to not, that's fine, but the lack of confidence that got you here in the first place, right? So unless you enjoy dealing with heartache and being miserable as your preferred state, I would go to the link down here at the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and click on this link, guys. This is everywhere where you need to be. So you can do what Kina did. You can do what I've been able to do. You can do everything that is going to bring you from hurt and heartbroken to healed. So I am going to take this moment and ask if there are any questions any suggestions, any, I want to make sure that I'm answering all your questions before I close out of here, guys. So here is the link. All right. So heartbroken and healed. I don't know about you, but I did not like being in a yo-yo relationship. Having the man that I love propose to someone else broke me. It completely broke me. And I was destroyed for almost 10 years because of that. And I think that you deserve so much better. You don't deserve to go through that questioning and the heartbreak and the disruption that it causes and the unhealthiness that it causes and the trauma it causes. Let me walk you through. Let me be here for you. Let me be your support system to walk you from moving forward to healing. All right. I am going to close on out of here. We've been live for over 50 minutes. Let me show you guys the link. This is where you find it. Right now, it's 2 payments of $125 or 1 full payment of $249. In 48 hours, that price is going to go up. But I don't want you to not get this. There's too much involved. There's too much at stake. You know what you're worth. You just need the help and the guidance to get there. Let's work together. Smash that link. Sign on up, and let's get started. Thank you all so much for watching. If you have been here and watched this entire video, I want you to drop your name in the comments, and I'm going to get up with you because we are going. I've got that special prize for you. I told you that we are going to send you that secret seduction product. So I need your name and I need your address. You can email that to me and we'll move forward from there. All right. Thanks so much for watching. I will talk to you later. Go and live today with the utmost passion. And thank you for joining.